Bo is going to his new home today. We're extremely excited for him. He's been going through a lot of rehab here at our facility. He was really sick at one point in time, but he has gotten better since then, and the vet is really excited with all of his progress. He's going home to be a 5-year-old's little pony, so we can't wait to see his transformation with them. You ready to go home? Meet your new little boy? Bye, buddy. I love you. Have fun. We're gonna miss him, but he's gonna have an amazing home. Hallie's on the porch staying dry from all the rain.
So we just had a load of feed come in from the co-op and we're gonna unload it. We haven't done an auction rescue since COVID-19, so our quarantine facility is a little overgrown, but I just wanted to give you a tour so you can see where these horses are going to be coming once they're rescued. This is one of the barns we have in quarantine, and this is where horses can come in, a large number of horses if it's raining. It's connected to pens out here. So if it's raining, they can come in here. We keep the hay in here so they're out of the sun. So this is another one of our barns up here in our quarantine facility. In this barn, we have 2 quarantine stalls. And a lot of times when we do auction rescues, we'll put all the little critters in one stall and then like a critical horse in another one. The veterinarian's always here on site when the horses arrive. This beautiful 10-acre pasture is one of my favorite places in our quarantine facility. The horses absolutely love this pasture, and so when they are cleared by the vet, they can come out here and just enjoy being a horse. A lot of these horses we rescue have been pushed through auctions so much, they just need a vacation. So this is like the quarantine vacation field, and they can just relax and be happy. There's a pond out here they can wade in and splash in, and so this is ultimately where we like to get these horses when they're in quarantine, is out in the pasture where they can graze and stand under the shade in the trees and enjoy the pond. So hopefully we'll have horses in this pasture soon enjoying a vacation after their big ordeal of being rescued out of the slaughter pipeline.
It's gonna be a long night. Our rescue team is currently at the auction. They are there rescuing horses that need our help tonight. I'm back here at the office just answering as many questions on Facebook, people's phone calls, emails, any questions that you guys may have. Donations are greatly appreciated to help the horses, and now and the horses after they get here and in the future.
Hey everyone, it's Tawny. We're at the auction. I just stepped out. We've rescued a few horses already, and we're going to be rescuing more horses through the night. So keep those donations coming. They're helping horses not only tonight, but other horses that we'll be able to rescue in the future. Just keep us in your thoughts and prayers, and we hope to rescue a lot more horses this evening. So keep an eye on our Facebook page. We'll keep you up to date as much as we possibly can, but it's going to be a long night.
The auction is finally over. Our rescue team has rescued many horses tonight. Keep an eye on our Facebook page. We will be posting updates tomorrow. We have the vet already lined up and the farrier already ready to be here as soon as the horses get here. We can't thank you guys enough, and we are so grateful for each and every one of you.
Hey everyone, we're at the auction getting these guys ready to go back to the shelter, and they're loving love. This little guy is so sweet. Hey baby, we're gonna get your feet done, okay?
Evening falls, giving grace to summer fields, and they were understood atmosphere, and for a moment I forget to breathe, 'cause I got you.
So this horse we rescued last night, she is so ready to have her baby. We didn't know if she would have it through the night. We have a special trailer coming where she'll be able to ride all by herself, and get her back to our shelter and get her checked out by the vet and make sure everything's going to be okay. Poor girl, she doesn't even really want to move. Come on, baby. You can do it. We're going to get you safe. Putting hay down in the trailer, and she'll be riding all by herself because she's very, very pregnant. I'll get you back, huh?
And here are 7 reasons I'm always laughing. Somehow it's the simple things. If I move backwards, you give me grace and everything. So much wonder, something to believe in. I need you, honey. And these are 7 reasons.
This poor guy is super skinny, he's coughing, has a bit of a snotty nose.
Come on, baby. Let's get you out of here. So this horse has a lot of issues. We've got a huge crust, just something nasty going on there. We have lumps through the horse's body. So hopefully it's not cancer. There's some lumps in here. We have seen this type of thing with horses that have cancer, and then people dump them at auction because they don't want to put any more money into them. So we'll see what our veterinarian says.
He's pretty stiff in his back end, could have some lameness, his feet are pretty long. So we're gonna get him back and get him all the help he needs.
This horse has an injury that makes me a little concerned because it appears that there could be a hole in the horse's head right here, and a lot of people that want to try to shoot their own horse or something, they don't realize that the brain is up here and they shoot the horse between the eyes, and that's sinus cavity. So hopefully that horse has not had that happen. We won't know for sure until the veterinarian looks at it. But very sweet horse, and happy we were able to save him. Runny nose, heard her cough a few times. It's breathing heavy. She also looks like she might be pregnant.
Okay.
We're starting to make friends with her, so she's calming down. It's just sad. A lot of these horses are super scared. They don't know what's happened, and they go from living one life they know to kind of just getting shoved around. And
It's a sweet little guy. He's young. He was ridden through the auction. Very sweet. I'm not seeing anything in particular with him, other than he's just a young, sweet little appy.
this horse is pretty nervous. Its back leg has a lot of issues. The good news is the vet will be there when the horses arrive at our shelter.
So this horse is another one we got from the auction. She's super nervous. About the only thing she really feels safe with is her friend. So we're gonna try to give her all the help she needs. She's not very happy.
Well, that's it. We got all the horses intaked here at the auction done. We got their photos, and now they're going to be transported back to our shelter. And then once they arrive at our shelter, they're going to be vaccinated, microchipped. They're each going to receive a veterinarian and farrier exam, and then they'll have 30 days of quarantine at our facility. We place horses with adoption partners and also do adoption.
We just got confirmation from our rescue team that they are on their way back here to the shelter. They do have a pregnant mare that they were able to rescue last night, and she could have a baby at any moment. So what we're doing is we're just getting a stall ready with extra shavings for her so that she's very comfortable when she arrives.
We're also filling up a nice clean water trough for her.
What we're working on right now as our rescue team is on their way back from the auction is we're getting everything set up here. So we're making sure we have enough microchips and warmers and vaccines and anything else that we could possibly need set up here on our table. So as soon as the horses arrive, we can unload them and get started right away. Thank you so much for transporting. We really appreciate it.
enough. We'll make it work.
Well, we got her here safely back at our shelter and so happy. So once he's on there, come over here and film his weight. So we're putting his ID tag on.
Yeah, that's what my mom always tells me.
Are we x-raying this one or what are we doing?
Yes. We're just taking x-rays of this donkey. Has pretty rough feet, and the farrier's here to trim him, but we want to make sure we know what we're trimming, so I'll get the x-rays done and see what the plan is from there.
So we did some x-rays on this donkey's feet. Luckily we found on the radiographs that we just have good looking toes, no rotation or sinking in the P3 or that cannon bone. We're gonna put him out under anesthesia, and then we're gonna have our farrier just take off some of the overlong toes and make sure he can walk better.
The flies have been eating her legs really bad and they're really raw, so I'm just putting fly spray on them to help keep them away.
So in the right foot, right front foot and right back foot, we took radiographs again or x-rays again just to look at what they were doing inside the hoof. And so we saw a lot of bony, or a lot of overgrowth of the hoof wall, which the farrier fixed with our horse was down, with our donkey down. But we saw some moth-eaten and permeative lysis, which just means the bone is getting eaten away. And some chips out of that P3 or that coffin bone at the bottom. So we're gonna watch him carefully, but he seems to be walking around fine, and he'll probably be much better with his hoofs trimmed.
What?
840.
41.
Oh, your toes are...
I think it's just a scratch on her head. It just goes down to the first layer of bone.
Need a halter. She's on the other side, Travis.
850. Yeah.
Yes.
There's just a little tick there.
Well, there's two or three things you think about. It could be you see him. Hold here.
Okay.
See this lesion on the horse, and you get a little bit worried. Well, is that old scar tissue? See this from, if you see it from a distance, you go, is that proud flesh or is that sarcoid or warts? Usually, you just see warts on young animals, unless she's got some kind of immune system. And then if you feel back, this back here feels lumpy and bumpy. You don't usually get that with a fungus. We've gotten some tissue samples to send to the state lab and see what it is. But we got a real bad feeling that it's probably cancer, especially since we have some other places up here around the neck that are a little bit funny and on the other side. But we're going to try to give her a chance and see if we can diagnose it.
Wakey, wakey. Come on.
171 is the one we're x-raying. Okay.
We're trying to determine if her feet are repairable, and she's got a little bit, she's club-footed, but she's got some rotation too, like she's been foundered. So we're trying to figure out, we're going to trim the feet and take another x-ray and see if there's a chance we could take care of it with some corrective shoeing. The star of this show is our farrier, Quint, so we're going to see if he can do something for her.
So we've done extensive x-rays and examinations, and sadly this horse has a chronic lameness problem, and so euthanasia is the kind of option that we're going to have to do. But you know, out of the 12 horses that we rescued, 3 need humane euthanasia due to medical problems. And when horses come here to our organization, that's why we have a veterinarian team, we're doing x-rays, we have a farrier, to determine what's the best option for each and every horse from a medical standpoint. And that's what our intake process is about. And euthanasia is a hard thing to think about, but when we're doing large animal rescue in a large scale, it's something we have to, because if we don't rescue these horses, they will go on to slaughter, and that's a horrific ending for them. And we can give them a peaceful and kind, dignified ending here at our shelter with people around them that they know care about them. So it's a hard part of rescue, but it's the reality of rescue. Alright, so the vet's gonna give her a full examination. She has a cute little heart here on her side. And down here, her baby is gonna have options. There's chocolate and vanilla. Not really, but they're two different colors.
She is not pregnant.
Not
We just did the old-fashioned rectal palpation to that much. Arm's not as long as it used to be, but I did not feel a fold. Went all the way down, swept as far as I could. Even found the uterus up on the brim. So I did not feel a fold. If she's got one in her, she is hiding it well, and I do not think she's hiding it.
So no baby.
No baby, I'm sorry.
Wow. Well, no, it's not your fault. I just would have thought for sure she was very pregnant. You can't go off of
What they
udders
say?
or bellies, I guess.
No. She's got milk if anybody needs any mare's
So
milk.
you think she lost her baby?
I don't know whether she lost it. She looks pretty healthy there. I didn't see any evidence of that from any discharge. They may have had it weaned it early.
Strange. Well, I guess she will get everything like normal. Okay. Well, no baby, everyone. Sometimes things just aren't the way they seem. We're all in shock that she's not pregnant. But things are the way they are, and can't change it. So now we are delicing the horses. Most of the horses we get at auction have a lice problem. So we just want to get them started off. We didn't lice them during the intake process because everyone was loving on them. Now they're going to get to be able to be churned out, and we can give them their lice powder and turn them out in pasture. Makes them look a little funny for their videos, but sometimes you got to do stuff that doesn't make it look the best. So we're about ready to release them out into the pasture, and they're going to be fine out there. Every auction, in the summertime, we release them into the pasture. We've never had a problem, and they thoroughly enjoy it and love it. So it's kind of always a treat at the end of a big auction rescue to watch them go out and just be horses and enjoy themselves.
Let's run away to far away places. We'll make a new life of our own. Your eyes are new worlds to discover. Your heart is the place I call home.